Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, and today we're going to be sharing with you some of the most exciting things about South Koreans and crazy facts about them. South Korea is a great nation with diverse and interesting cultures, so let's unravel some of them. To get more exciting facts like this one, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and sit back for a thrilling video adventure. Let's begin at number 1. Men are spoiled on Valentine's Day instead of women. Valentine's Day is normally a day to pamper women all around the world. Therefore, this has to be one of the most unique and fascinating facts about South Korea. That doesn't appear to be the case in the land of the morning calm. On Valentine's Day, they lavish flowers and chocolates on the man in the relationship. So if you're a male planning a Valentine's Day trip with your spouse, get yourself to South Korea and watch the entertainment. You don't have to be concerned about being overshadowed, ladies. South Korea too has a day dedicated to the lady in the relationship. It's known as White Day in Korea, and it's essentially the same as Valentine's Day, only it's celebrated for women on the 14th of March every year. Stick with us as we uncover more facts about White Day later in the video. Number 2 is that 20% of Koreans share the same surname. Consider how awkward it would be to share your surname with 5 of the 20 students in your class who have the same surname. That's just crazy. Some people believe your father has something to do with it. Well, he doesn't. Kim is a surname of approximately 20% of the South Koreans' population of 49.3 million people. This equates to approximately 10 million people. The second most popular name is Lee, while the third is Park. In total, one of these 3 names is given to around 45% of Koreans. Kim, which means gold, was the name of a dynasty that rose to prominence and became the kings of Silla for 700 years in the Silla Kingdom, which battled and allied with other powers on the Korean peninsula before eventually unifying most of Korea in 668. Surnames were uncommon in Korea for centuries, except among kings and the nobility. This situation persisted until the Goryeo dynasty, which were around from 935 to 1392, when the awarding of surnames became a symbol of favour by the king. Later, during the late Joseon dynasty, that's 1392 to 1910, some commoners took surnames for social and economic reasons, a practice that spread after the class system was dissolved in 1894 and Japanese colonists forced Koreans to acquire surnames. At number 3 for today, we have that South Korea doesn't like beards. We should have observed that most Korean male performers don't have beards and don't have them at all in most of the films we've seen. Most Koreans don't have much facial hair. They don't let their beards or mustaches grow for no reason other than not to look unattractive. Men in Korea also shave their beards and mustaches every day. Maintaining a beard or mustache is not recommended because it doesn't appear serious or clean. However, Koreans, like other East Asians, can grow beards and mustaches. It's not as thick and fewer of them can have them, but if they give their facial hair time to develop, you might be astonished at how beautiful they can turn out. Koreans, on the other hand, follow Confucianism, a religion that favors education. Koreans believe that a man with muscles and beard will be unable to provide for his family and will spend all of his time growing muscles and beard. Furthermore, rather than studying, a man with muscles would have spent all of his time building a body. In Korean culture, being clean-shaven is a show of sharpness and youth. Young Korean guys with facial hair are frequently stereotyped as unclean and disheveled. However, this isn't just a problem for young males. Many older Korean men with beards are thought to be weird or poor. Fourth today is that there's a special day for singles. On top of national holidays, South Korea is noted for having a plethora of special days. Black Day is the name of one of them. Other romantic holidays, such as Valentine's Day and White Day, revolve around couples showering each other with various types of chocolate, candies, and gifts, as well as participating in activities associated with the day. Black Day is a unique experience. Unlike Valentine's Day or White Day, which are holidays for couples, Black Day in South Korea is celebration of singles. Every April 14th, 1 month after White Day on March 14th, and 2 months after Valentine's Day, Black Day is observed. It's the final romantic holiday in Korea. Some singles may go all out for this day, dressed in black from head to toe. On this day, you could even see eating contests or just solitary folks enjoying this bowl of black noodles. There is also an intriguing increase in the sale of black coffee, and businesses may offer single individuals matchmaking activities on Black Day. Black Day, unlike Valentine's Day and White Day, does not compel people to exchange presents. Fifth on our list for today is that it's always 1 or 2 more years more than your international age in Korea. The Korean age differs from most other countries. The concept of age is profoundly ingrained in both Korean culture and language. The Korean age is a method of calculating one's age in Korea. It's always 1 or 2 years older than your age in your home country. A year in the womb is counted towards a person's age in Korea. Therefore, everyone is 1 year old when they're born. On New Year's Day, everyone's Korean age is increased by 1 year. South Korea is also the only country in the world that does so. Here's a simple way to consider it. Your Korean age will always be 1 year ahead of your international age. That's because the Korean age is added to 1 year because of the time you spent in the womb before being born. Your Korean age will change on New Year's Day, not on your birthday. People in Korea still celebrate their birthdays on the day they were born and count their actual age. However, it doesn't affect their Korean age as it changes on January 1st. Number 6 is that adultery is legal. Since 1953, a South Korean who cheats on his or her spouse had to face a 2-year sentence. The Constitutional Court of the Asian nation invalidated the law, stating that times have changed. The stock price of a South Korean condom manufacturer jumped 15% once the judgment is made public. Seoul is the capital of South Korea, and in South Korea, if you cheated on your husband or wife, you could face prison time for 62 years. But this no longer holds. The court stated that one's sex life is private and that the freedom to choose their fate includes the right to engage in sex and the right to choose their partner. According to a news release summarizing the prevailing judge's conclusion, this is changing because South Korean culture has changed enough to lose many portions of the anti-adultery laws to exist. The justices argued that the primary motivation for creating the adultery law was to safeguard women. The assumption was that men, who tended to be more powerful economically and socially, exploited women. Women would have more influence in divorce procedures if a male was punished criminally. This law was last reviewed by a South Korean court in 2008, and according to Yonhap, a South Korean news agency, about 5,500 people have been charged with adultery since then, though this does not indicate that they've been convicted. 7 for today is that number 4 is a lucky number. Have you ever thought of having a number in your mind that you think is scary or comes with bad luck? No? Well, that's what I thought. But such exists in Korea. They don't use the number 4 because of the beliefs they have about it. The fear of figure 4 is known as tetraphobia in Greek. You might be shocked to find that tetraphobia is fairly common throughout many Asian countries such as China, Japan, and Korea. Tetraphobia is pervasive in many aspects of South Korean culture, where you live or travel there. Many elevators in South Korea hospitals lack the 4th floor, or the 4th floor is represented by the English letter F in the buildings. For special occasions such as weddings, birthdays, and housewarming parties, people avoid giving 4 blocks of gifts. My Korean acquaintance was taken aback when she spotted a license plate with a number 4444 in the United States. The rationale behind Korean people's tetraphobia may appear crazy to your ears, but it'll help you understand why some structures in South Korea lack 4th stories, and why people avoid giving gifts in groups of 4 on many occasions. Because many Koreans equate the number 4 with calamities or death, recognizing this facet of Korean culture may assist you in avoiding any cultural insensitivity. Number 8. White Day on March 14th is when men give gifts to their girlfriend and wives, with data showing that they typically spend about 3 times as much as they received on Valentine's Day. You may believe that 1 Valentine's Day per year is sufficient, but South Korea's chocolate business disagrees. In addition to Valentine's Day on February 14th, South Korea's second Valentine's Day, known as White Day in South Korea, falls on March 14th, exactly 1 month later. You might be wondering what White Day is in South Korea. Simply said, women offer chocolates or sweets to the man on Valentine's Day, while men reciprocate by giving women white-themed presents on White Day. white chocolate or confectionery, white jewelry such as silver, white gold and platinum, white purses or accessories, and white lotions or perfumes are all examples of this. But as you'll see, it's not quite that straightforward. Valentine's Day is a day for women to appreciate the men in their lives, such as co-workers, classmates, relatives, and friends, whereas White Day is a day for men to reciprocate. Number 9 is that Korea's internet speeds are some of the fastest on Earth. With the fastest 5G networks, South Korea is the internet connectivity king. On the Speed Test Worldwide Index, released by global internet analyst Ookla, the country ranked first with an average internet connection speed of 121 megabits per second. The report analysed the download speeds of 140 nations' mobile internet. Korea's mobile internet speed is 3.4 times that of the global average of 35.96 megabits per second. Its speed also increased by 10% in September compared to the previous month. Korea has topped the index for the second month in a row. Until earlier this year, Norway had the world's fastest internet speed, but Korea rose to first place in May from 6th place in March. Separately, in Ookla's speed test assessment for the second and third quarters of 2020, Korea's major wireless carrier, SK Telecom, was named the world's second fastest mobile network. According to an industry analyst, Korea, which was the first in the world to commercialize 5G network service, has also enhanced internet service quality by wisely picking the second fastest width for wide coverage. And now for number 10 on today's list. Criminals are forced to reenact their crimes. South Korea uses criminal reenactment to show the public that it's in complete control of investigations into incidents that had garnered widespread attention. Crime reenactment entails escorting the accused to the scene of the crime and instructing them to replay the incident. The accused is photographed by the media, and the public is allowed to watch the proceedings. Because the individuals implicated are frequently uncharged, this has piqued the public's interest in human rights. How did you find some of the facts about South Koreans today? If you're South Korean and have more beautiful and interesting facts about your nation, kindly share them in the comments section and let us know what you know about the facts listed above. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.